If you're running an affiliate launch or an affiliate program and you need a way to drive more sales without one of those costly big leaderboard contests, keep listening because I've got the answer for you today. Welcome to the Affiliate Guy podcast. If you want to grow your income, serve your tribe, and enjoy all the benefits of affiliate marketing and having your own affiliates, you're in the right place. Thanks for joining me today. Now let's get started. What's up? It's Matt, and I am just so excited to share this with you today because it's something that has been working for us. It's been working for our clients. It's been working for our friends that we've been sharing it with. And it's just, it's a game changer in the affiliate world. Now, what I'm going to share with you, if you've been around this world long enough, you'll realize like nothing I'm about to share with you is earth shattering. It's been done before. It's just that we have quantitative results that prove that this is actually the better way to do things. It's going to save you a lot of money, and it's going to get you better results. It's going to make you more money and save you money, which is like the perfect combination. Actually, what am I talking about? Well, you've seen the leaderboards. You've seen these like affiliate prizes where the prizes are basically, if you finish first, you get this. You finish second, you finish, so on and so forth. Or if you make a certain number of sales, you get this guaranteed prize, right? And those are great. And I'm actually not suggesting that you not have those. Let me rephrase that. I'm suggesting you still have those because competition drives a lot. And there's just so many things that you can do with those that are very powerful, right? So I do suggest still having leaderboard prizes and perhaps guaranteed prizes, but usually not. On the low end, yes. So what we'll do is we'll do something like, like for our launch, we'll say, first place is $25,000 and a trip to our affiliate mastermind. And then second place is $10,000 and a trip to our affiliate mastermind. And maybe when I say trip to our affiliate mastermind, like first place is like all expenses paid. So is maybe like the top three. And then, down to like, we'll go like fifth place is like, $2,000 and you get, hotel, not hotel because we don't do hotels, but you get like your cottage and a trip to the mastermind. You got to pay your airfare. And then down to 10th place, which is like, $100 and you get a ticket to the mastermind. Like all we're going to provide for you is like food. You got to pay for everything. Or we might go down to like 20th for something. It just kind of depends, right? But you get the idea. But a couple of things are problematic with that. Number one, if you have somebody at the top or top two that are like running away with the thing, they lose the incentive to promote. And this is your top affiliate and they lay off because there's no incentive. Second thing is everybody from like 13th through 30th is not incentivized to get a few extra sales because they're not going to make the top 10, but they're not incentivized to make some extra sales. So we'll do that. We'll do the leaderboard and then we'll have like a guaranteed prize at like everybody who makes 3 sales gets access to the course. Everybody who makes just 3 sales, gets a $200 Amazon gift card, as a bonus, something like that does incentivize some of those smaller people because that's one of our big missions. We want to help them. Okay, well, I've got 2 and I got to squeeze this last one out. But here's what's really working. It's a personal contest. Now, this works in a launch format. I'm going to share that, but it also works in just a regular affiliate program, an evergreen, ongoing affiliate program. Let's look at it from both perspectives. Let's look at it from the launch perspective and then from the evergreen perspective. From the launch perspective, how this works is typically, let's say you have a 5-day open cart. And you can do this with opt-ins as well. So actually, let's back up to that. Let's say you have a 10-day window to do opt-ins. And the reality is most opt-ins are going to come toward the beginning. So you're looking at this affiliate's numbers and you're going, okay, they've sent 2,000 opt-ins or leads. And that so far they've promoted the ebook, the download. They promoted the first and second videos, but they haven't promoted the webinars yet. So we want to drive webinar registrations. So we reach out to them and say, hey, you haven't promoted this yet. If you send 1,000 registrations, we'll give you this bonus. Or you pick, especially in those dead periods where it's like the weekend, maybe it's not even the webinar, maybe they've already sent webinar traffic, but you say, hey, you've sent 712 people so far for the webinar. If you get to 1,500 by the end of the weekend, we'll give you a $2,500 bonus. Now, I'm going to share with the numbers in a little bit. Like, you think that that's only 800 extra register. Why are you going to pay $3 per? Well, first of all, yes, the numbers work out, but I'll share some of that in a little bit. Now, for sales, you might say, okay, it's day 3 of the launch. In the first 2 days, they made 20 sales. Now, you know that on the last day, the sales are going to double, but typically days 3 and 4 just kind of suck. So how do we push people to promote then? Like, the last day is going to kind of take care of itself. So I'll send an email and say, hey, you made 21 sales so far. If you make just 10 sales Wednesday and Thursday, we'll give you a $5,000 bonus or whatever it is. Whatever makes sense, of course. And that gets them to promote those 2 days. So you just personalize, you use some metrics, when your sales go up, when your opt-ins are going to go up, and you come up with a formula that has them, it's a bonus that they can't earn unless they put in some effort. This is why you can't send a universal email and say, hey, if you hit 500 opt-ins, we'll give you this bonus, because they might have hit that anyway. It has to be something they have to strive for. And then it's extra, because you say, 500 opt-ins and you'll win a $1,000 bonus. They might go, it's not even that incentivizing. But if you say, send us, if you hit this number, then we'll give you a $3,000 bonus or a $5,000. They get their eyes light up, and they have to put in that extra effort. Now, here's the cool thing about this. Now, this works from either perspective, and I'll walk you through what you do in an evergreen program as well. One of the reasons I love this is you can get exorbitant with the numbers. So let's just use some really round numbers. They're currently at 1,000 opt-ins, and you say, if you get to 2,000, we'll give you $2,500. And you go, man, that's a lot of money per opt-in, $250, right? Well, there's a couple things that are true. Number one, you're actually paying for the increment. So you're not even paying for those. Now, this sounds negative, actually. You're not paying for the 1,000. You're actually paying for the 500 extra you're going to get, because they probably would have gotten 500 anyway. So you've got to keep that in mind. You've got to say, okay, where are they at? What are they probably going to get based on how they're trending? What do I know about their promotional plan? It's another thing you need to know those things. And you incentivize them to get extra. So you're paying for 500 opt-ins, basically $2,500. That's $5 a lead. That's pretty expensive. A couple things are true here. Number one, they're not going to get exactly 500. They're not going to hit exactly 1,000 in this case. They're either going to get more or they're going to get less. So let's look at those two scenarios. They bust it, and they actually, instead of getting to exactly 2,000, they get to 2,372. Well, that just lowered your cost. Now your cost per lead was $3 instead of $5. Because you got 872 extra for $2,500. It's actually less than $3. That's number one scenario. Number two scenario is they fall short. And you got an extra 327 opt-ins, and you didn't pay a dime. Either of those is a great situation. And so what happens is when you do this with, say, 20 affiliates, about 5 of them will hit it, and they'll hit it big. Like, they'll blow through the numbers. So your cost per acquisition there is a lot lower. About 5 of them will hit it, but they'll barely hit it. And so you'll basically pay about what you kind of, you'll pay a lot, but it's worth it. 5 of them will just miss, and you pay nothing, even though you got a bunch extra. And then about 5 of them will fall fairly short. You get a little bit extra, but again, it cost you nothing. So 10 of them improved and cost you nothing. 5 of them improved by astronomical amounts, so it was worth it. And then 5 of them, you might overpay a little bit. That's how the numbers typically break down into those quarters. So on a macro level, it's very much worth it. So then how do you do this with just an ongoing affiliate program? Well, I'll tell you how we've done it. We've looked at those times of year where either A, sales are really down, or B, sales are really up. And so when we ran Shutterfly's program, what we would do is we knew that a big time of year for us was November 1st through end of the year. We knew that we would take like an affiliate and look at their numbers for the last 2 or 3 years, and we'd say, okay, their sales, 57% of their sales, let's make this easy and just say 50%. 50% of their sales came in the past, or in the past 3 years, came in those 2 months. So we would look at the numbers and say, hey, you've done $100,000 so far this year. If you, overall 57% of our sales come in Q4, we want to push you just a little bit more. If you hit $250,000, or if you hit $150,000, I guess. So if you hit $250,000 for the year, we'll pay you a $10,000 bonus. That woke a lot of people up. But it worked with smaller numbers. Hey, you're at $2,000 for the year. If you hit $5,000, we'll pay you $500. And those percentages that I shared earlier worked out. And actually, again, that's why we went really, really high on the bonuses. There's this balance between like, wow, a $10,000 bonus, and there's no way we're hitting $250,000. So you have to find that happy medium where it's like, yeah, I can do that, but I've got to do a little bit something extra. And so then what we did, this doesn't really work in the launch as much because, it's such a short period of time. But we had them, when we sent that email out, they had to agree to the, actually this part does work in the launch. They had to accept the challenge. Okay? And we would tell them that you have to accept the challenge. Click here to accept the challenge, or reply to this email to accept the challenge. Because I don't want to pay out the bonus if they're not going to at least try. I only want to pay to the bonus to people who are intentional about making the extra effort. So that's a big thing, by the way. Again, we're trying to avoid paying bonuses to people who are just going to do whatever they were going to do anyway. And so they have to sign up, and then we created a separate list in our Evergreen program. So with Shutterfly, for example, and we communicated to them separately. And I gave them a weekly update. Hey, you're 17% of the way toward your goal. You're this percentage of the way toward your goal. Okay, you're running just a little bit behind, but not so far behind, or, you're a little bit ahead, but don't let your foot off the gas. This is our biggest week of the year. So, now's the time to push. And we communicated with them, and we gave them extra tips and strategies to help them. And it was so huge. And so the first year we did that with Shutterfly, those percentages I just gave you were really close to accurate. But actually what we had a lot of people. I would probably say the percentages were, we had about 30% hit it and hit it big. We had a very small percentage barely make it. It was like 10%. We had a huge percentage, probably 40%, just miss it. And then about 10, 20% that, missed it by a mile. And so we kind of re-engineered the numbers because we didn't want it to be demoralizing to the people who just missed. And so actually what we did as an investment was we gave them a little bit of a bonus. And so we did, we encouraged them for the next year. And then the next year they got a similar challenge. And, the next year what we did was we said, okay, hey, in the fourth quarter of last year, you did, $100,000 in sales. If you do 150 this year, just a 50% increase, you get a $10,000 bonus. And, or whatever the number was, or do a 25% increase, And And we would look at those numbers and give them that personalized affiliate contest. So that's what's working. It works so well for so many reasons. I encourage you to try this in your affiliate program. If you don't have an affiliate program yet, keep this in mind. Save this episode for when you do. And if you're looking for some awesome affiliates, make sure you go grab our free report, Your First 100 Affiliates. We share how to find the top affiliates out there. You can get that at mattmcwilliams.com/first100. mattmcwilliams.com/FIRST100. Go get that free report. We will show you all of our top strategies for recruiting, for finding and recruiting top affiliates. And with that, I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening today. Remember to check out all of our deep dives into affiliate marketing at theaffiliateguy.tv. And if you have a question, you can ask it at asktheaffiliateguy.com. Who knows? Might end up being featured on this podcast.